Good night, good night. Just finished my gym session. Today was upper back. I'm tired. Yesterday I repped like 275 on flat bench. Flat bench twice. And I think I did incline dumbbells. No, I repped 275 4 times, and then I had to do 2 sets of that because we were going up and then laddering down. And then did dumbbells, 90 to 95 pound dumbbells, and rep those like 4 times on incline bench. So that's pretty cool, getting stronger. I've already hit 315 and on bench, so I'll be hopefully repping that at some point. But I just finished watching Pink Book Lessons, just, doing a simple reaction to the whole Tyrese thing and his video where he's talking about his divorce proceedings, pretty much just going over child support and something else, child support and legal fees. And I simply put in the comment section, if Tyrese is having women problems, like really fucked. Like regular men are just fucked. Honestly, it's really bad with the way that way things are going, or just evolving in terms of relationship, in terms of our society, in terms of birth rates, in terms of just trusting another woman, in terms of, I was just talking to my trainer about trust, man, and we were just going, back and forth, and I won't share what he said or anything like that, but we were just talking about trust, and I was just like, yeah, man, it's like, it's hard to trust people nowadays. And even to something that Ed has said in the past, where it's like, it's just dating women is just not fun anymore. It's just not fun. And like, people will be like, well, relationships are serious and all this other stuff. And it's like, bro, yeah. But if I wanted like a serious relationship, I'd like, I don't know what, marry my boss or something, like keep it business. Like, it's like, it should be fun. It should be somebody that you could be cool with, vibe with, so on and so forth. And then, yeah, you can get through the hard times. But something I said in a group chat a while back was, if you talk to a woman and you start to say, hey, listen, man, like, I'm talking to get to know you, and then all I'm hearing from you is your problems. And then, it's almost like women are so attached to their problems where it's just like, my problems is me, like that type of shit. And it's just, it's to the point where, and a lot of that, if you're receiving that type of, if you're receiving that type of interaction, reaction, that type of behavior from a woman during that time, she probably don't like you. Just keep it honest. Like, women will talk to you and everything else like that, and they'll share 1 or 2 things, and things will be kind of not hot, but at least warm, and they'll share 1 or 2 things, kind of feel you out, you feel them out, and you share things. But if she doesn't want to have fun with you, or she doesn't put that aside just so she can try and have fun with you, you just start to see, like, it's probably just don't really like you like that. So that's one thing I've noticed, personally. But, sorry, that was one of my dogs. But it's very disheartening to see something like Tyrese and other men and what they're going through. Of course, Jonathan Majors, more and more stuff is coming out, of course. He's releasing videos and things like that, and it's almost like it doesn't really matter. He's getting dumped from everything. Pretty much, in the court of public opinion, he's already found guilty. He's losing contracts, jobs, the usual stuff where they just separate for themselves from you, and then you go from there. But, the jury's still out on that one, or hasn't even really been formed. So we'll see what happens with that. But you start to see where it's like, you're better off just being alone. Like, one of the part of the comment that I made in Pink Book Lessons under her video is that at this point, man, might as well just like keep my X videos and Crunchyroll subscription paid up, because this is ridiculous. Might as well just jerk your dick and watch cartoons at this point, because this shit don't even make no fucking sense. Like, I just got some new Sonos speakers for my room, and my dumb ass forgot to get the sound bar, because that's going to connect to the TV and then push everything out to the rest of the speakers. fuck. So I have to, you know, I have to wait to go get that. But it's just like, man, I might as well just, you know, get this fucking soundbar and just probably fucking start playing video games. Like, fuck it. Like, what's the, it's almost like, what's the point? And it was crazy because I was talking to, like, the thing that started us on this conversation about trust and things like that and getting into the relationship stuff is I told my trainer, I was like, yo, listen, this is the first time in a while where I was just like, yo, look fucking jacked. Look at that. Trap dominance. Sorry. You know, gains. Sorry. Something went down the wrong tube earlier. Or was going up I had a freaking noodle going up my nose. So that sucks. That's why I'm like sniffling. But I was talking to my trainer about this stuff, and I said, this is the first time in a long time today. And it was a kind of fleeting moment. But, you know, embracing a little bit of the monkhood and stuff like that. I still talk to women, but I just don't chase, man. Like, I just don't care like I used to or anything like that. But one of the things I was saying to him, or the thing that I was experiencing today was, I really wanted to talk to like a woman, and like a woman that you have a connection with, not your sister, not your mom, not your aunt, you know, not a homegirl that, you know, or even an ex or anything like that, but like somebody that you really could like share with and get like a little bit more personal with. And I felt that loss of that connection, or the lack of that connection. And I was just like, whoa, like that did, it was kind of like, it wasn't, I don't want to downplay it, but I also don't want to give it, I don't want to over exaggerate it or anything like that. But it was one of those things where it happened and I thought about it. And then I talked to my homeboy later on. So, you know, it's like you have that human connection, but it's not a woman or anything like that. But it's like, these are the things that you could say you miss, you know. And these are the things that you used to have, that used to weigh more. That used to weigh more on your heart. Have a higher priority in the things that you want to do and things like that. And, yeah, I was just like, that was kind of like surprising to me, today, like experiencing that. And, you know, especially with the last video where I talked about my, like STD scare and stuff. And it's like, you just think about it. It's like, do I even want that? Because, you know, that's part of what comes with it. It's like, you have to deal with things like that. And I was like, I don't know if it's worth it anymore. That was like a big thing for me. I just don't know if it's worth it anymore. It doesn't feel like it's worth it anymore. Like you're just looking at it, it just doesn't feel like it's worth it anymore. And then I was thinking about the stuff that I spend a lot of my money on, and a lot of my money is spent on, you know, my house. I'm about to probably drop $3,500 or something like that. $3,100, I think, on just a concrete entry point to my driveway, and then I'll get asphalt later on down the rest of it, but just smooth out the entry point into my driveway. And it's like, there's that. I just spent $6,000 on concrete for my pond room, $3,500 for a dog a couple weeks ago. Now I got to really chill out and, you know, pay down on the credit cards. I just paid like a $6,000 credit card bill the other day. And then I got to pay another $5,000 credit card bill. And that's like in the next upcoming check. Then I got to get like a AC unit for my sunroom, because the one that's currently there, it's not doing well. And I want to get one where the unit is higher up and is not obstructed by my sofa. So it's like, there's that. And then the 2024 Silverado, I'm going to be getting $3,500. And I'm not hauling anything except for my fat ass. That's it. No homo pause. But I'm not hauling anything in that truck. I just want a big ass fucking dually. I've always wanted a dually. I always like the way a dually looks. That shit is fucking cool. And bitch, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Hot country, bitch. Sorry. So I really just spend most of my money on my house. If anything, this pound room is going to cost a lot of fucking money, with the way, like, wanting it, or with the way I want it. Check the comment. Yeah, check the community tab. I'll probably put some of the furniture that some of the stuff I got quoted on. Fucking the sofas and the seating is going to be like 20 grand. Glass for the fucking thing is going to be like 32 grand. And then a garage door that has like glass in it is going to be 16, 17 grand installed. And, you know, before all that, insulation, electrical, which electrical won't be too expensive from what I've heard. So it's like, you know, looking at all this stuff, man, like I spend money on this other shit, right? And I don't really do anything super flashy except for like the truck is the flashiest thing. Even with all of that, I do invest about $4 grand a month. So I invest about $1,000 a week. Actually, that's cut down. I got to turn on the crypto investing again. But 500 in crypto, 500 in regular stocks. And then with the stocks, I invest 2 times a week. So I split it 300 on Mondays, 200 on Thursdays. So that works out to be $4 grand a month is what, and I just started really recently doing that along with, you know, helping out with family and stuff like that. And it's just like, I look at all this stuff, man, and with the way my life is now, and you start to see how, like, I don't want to act like I'm not trying to avoid the moniker of being selfish, because I think to a certain extent it is. But at the same time, it's like, you see somebody like Tyrese, he's spending all this money, or he has this judgment where he's retroactively being charged for child support, even though he's been paying $2,500 a month in child support to a woman that makes over 6 figures, you know, per his, you know, from him saying that, and probably court records, you know, getting all that information, you know, showing that, you know, this chick is spending like 15 grand a month and stuff like that. So I want to believe him because they have discovery, I think, is what usually happens. I'm sure I probably should watch a stream from TLA on this. But anyways, but you're seeing where somebody like Tyrese, and he's with a woman that is making good money, and he's still getting raked over the coals. And it's just like, yo, okay, you can call me selfish. I understand that. I will agree, I will admit some level of selfishness. But at the same time, like, there's selfish, and then there's like, yo, you're just leeching off of me. You're just taking from me. You know, not even being a gold digger. You're just like really. It's really kind of disgusting how men are treated. And if dating is not fun, if you're talking to a chick and she's talking to multiple people, excuse me, or actually put it like this, to quote unquote make it fair. But if you're in like the talking stages and one person is more invested than the other, I mean, where's the fairness in that? Well, it's like, hey, listen, not all is fair in love and war and stuff like that. There's a vetting process, you know, you can date multiple people, so on and so forth. Cool. Hey, listen, fucking frog. Hey, listen, I'm trying to do something different than what you're doing. Let's either be on the same page, or you can go to whoever you want to be with. Cool, no problem. And then you start to see where people are like, you know, they want to have their cake and eat it too. And they want to have, you know, they want to have relations with other people. And it's just like, no. Some people, like, I want to believe most people are not like that. Not just because, let's just do it to the individual. I am not like that. Not really into that. That doesn't make any sense to me. If that's the case, then I might as well just fuck with some strippers. Like, you know, well, you know, scare, you know, let's ignoring the scare, the recent scare. But if I can, my cleaning ladies come in. There's one of them. That white lady's so damn bad. Oh my God, that lady's got a freaking body that's out of this freaking world. Even her sister-in-law, which is a weird story because they're like stepsisters, or like they're sisters by marriage, and then she's dating her sister's brother. So they're not blood related, but I'm not gonna lie, that's some country shit. She fine though. I put a little something next to your gene pool, bitch. White bitch got an ass on her, boy. She's slim, thick. But my cleaning service is $125 a month. Oh, sorry, a session. So they come 2 times a month or every other week, I should say. So it's just like, bro, this is, I can just get cleaning service. I can eat like, there's this service called Clean Eats, and I get this through my gym. So food's taken care of. You know, the dog food is just, the only thing I have to cook is the beef for my my bigger dog. And I'll have to start doing that when my puppy gets bigger too. And he can actually take that type of stuff. Taking like actual beef and all. I think they could take a beef now, but I probably got to introduce it a little bit at a time. But it's just like, men are starting to see the value, or the point is, men are starting to see the value of just the value in peace, the value in simplicity, the value in just doing it by themselves. And when you start to see, like when a man starts to make a decision to say, hey, listen, I'll do it by myself and, you know, pay for the interactions every so often, or I'll do it by myself and I don't have to deal with, you know, the BS or the inconsistency and all this other stuff. And I kind of just said the same thing, but, you know, the anti side of it. I could just do it by myself, and I don't have to deal with, you know, the BS. Like when men start, and then of course, men with the ability to do so. Like, honestly, it's just like, bro, I don't know what to tell you, but if that's the case, you know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, I mean, it becomes too easy. Like, if the money hits right this weekend, I'll go and buy that sound bar and start, you know, I have to finish not the current God of War, but the previous one. I have to finish that, and I think I have to start all over again or something like that because my save is messed up. And then also, I just haven't played the game for a while, so I'm rusty in it. But it's just like, yo, I just get the sound bar. I just got the new Sonos Era 300 speakers plus a subwoofer. And I just get the Sonos Arc soundbar. Come on, man. Like, I just be at home chilling. Call it selfish all you want, but it's practical. It's simple. You know, I can go to a club and not even have sex. But like, yo, listen, get like, you know, all right, cool, man. Just like shake that ass on my dick real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'll think of you later on tonight, baby. You know, it's just like, why? And, you know, BGS made that video the other day, based off my request. And, you know, like, our tricks revolting. And, you know, the chick, you know, she's talking about how she starts off, or he starts, I can't be a woman. But anyways, we'll say, no, it's he. So Keyshawn, BGS was like, Keisha. I was like, hey, Keisha, that's Keyshawn, nigga. So Keyshawn starts going off, niggas are dumb. Like, yeah, like, listen, I ate before I got here. I was full before I got here. And it's just like, yo, is this how you treating people? And you expect them to continuously pay you over the long term? You think this is okay for you to treat people like they're just like, not even an inanimate object, but an object, not an inanimate object, but an object void of feeling? Come on now. I think it's devoid of feeling, but come on now. Like, I won't even treat a woman like that. Like, I have a hard time disrespecting or mistreating a woman. Really, I really do. Like, me personally. Like, even with all the things that I know and the things that I've seen and, you know, what have you, like, listen, I'm not going to sit there and, like, just be walked all over. I've done that before, and I haven't done that shit. I haven't dealt with that in years. But it's just like, yo, I'm not sitting here letting you disrespect me. And then also, I'm not going to sit here and waste energy to disrespect you. It doesn't do anything for me. I cannot get this off. I was holding my puppy earlier, and he has a whole bunch of sand on him because they keep rolling in the damn sand by the new concrete pad. I'm not sitting here disrespecting you. I'm not spending all that time and energy to do that. Why? That doesn't make any sense. Even these videos is an expression of how I feel, but once I get it out, like, I'm not trying to like hold it and live with it. Bitch, I'm trying to enjoy fucking Demon Slayer or any of these basketball animes and sports animes that I be watching. You know, like or Vinland Saga or any other show that I be watching. Like, I'm trying to enjoy that. I got work. I got so much stuff I got to do in terms of work. It's just like, yo, I got dogs I got to deal with. And them motherfuckers be getting on my nerves sometimes, man. Men are finding out we're paying too much and receiving way too little. We don't want to pay for this anymore. We don't want to deal with this anymore. We don't want to feel as if we're somebody's ATM and that person that's drawing the money out of the bank account put nothing in it. Put no type of time, no type of feeling. They weren't therapists. They weren't cooks. They weren't helpmates. They weren't people that are there to actually help you out, help you get through life. And then it's kind of crazy. The ones that they do want to actually invest time aren't worth it. Men are seeing this. We've seen it way too many times. And even when I was I'll say this last thing, and I got to go to a meeting. But men are really getting tired They're really getting tired of getting nothing in return. We are really getting tired of receiving little to nothing in return. And with the way things are now, anything that a woman provides, most things, the major things, excuse me, we can just buy from somebody else. And the ones that will give us the one thing that like the genuine desire, love, so on and so forth, that woman will keep. Especially the good men, you know, the men that are, you know, they really want that from a woman. I mean, it's obvious because men are going overseas to get that from people. So when you start to really look at, that was my alarm. I got a meeting in 5 minutes. I'll stitch this together and put it up. But when you start to look at this, and you start to see that, you know, men are going out of their way to get away from women in Western society. If they're going to those lengths to actually find somebody where they can have a genuine connection with and not a monetary connection with, or a tenuous, held on by a string connection with a person, I mean, that says a lot right there. Anyways, with that being said, thank you very much for listening. I love you all, really do, and I wish you all the best. Definitely focus on yourselves and ensure that the people that are giving you what you want, you ensure that you reciprocate in return. That's probably the best and biggest investment that you can ever make. Remember, you can either simp, invest. You can either simp, trick, or invest. Okay? Simp, trick, or invest. If you simp, you're not getting an equal, or you're not getting an equal return. You're getting less. So you're giving more, getting less. If you're tricking, it is transactional. So you're giving what you're getting. You know, it's usually pretty equal, unless you just paid for bad pussy. And then you invest, meaning that you're going to give, you're going to get it, like you're going to give and get an equal return, if not an outsized return, especially in the long run. I do strongly believe in investing if you can find a person to really, that's worthy of the investment. With that being said, peace.